Hey guys, what's up? This is Brett Perot from the Sarah Walsh Real Estate Team with Royal LePage Connect, and welcome to the Sarah Walsh Real Estate Team YouTube channel. On this channel, we tend to talk about real estate focused on the Durham region. We're just down the 401 east of the city of Toronto. From time to time, we will talk about bigger themes going on in the world of Canadian real estate and also the financial picture and what's happening broadly in the market. If you're into this kind of content, I want you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We're going for 100 subscribers right now because we're very new, but that's the goal we've set, and I'm hoping we can get it. Once we get to that 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing something special for one of our subscribers. So tell your friends, click that subscribe button. Let's get into this article that I'm going to talk about. All right, guys. So this article is titled "Canadian Household Wealth Falls by Nearly $1 trillion as Real Estate and Financial Markets Plummeted." So the value of Canadian residential real estate fell for the first time since 2018, and in the second quarter of 2022, helping to drag down the overall value of Canadian household wealth by a record $990 billion. So according to StatsCan, the National Balance Sheet and Financial Flow Account figures released on Monday, the total value of all residential real estate in the country fell by $446.3 billion to $8.6 trillion overall. Despite that decline, the value of household residential real estate remains 41% above levels recorded at the end of 2019. So we're going to talk about why that's important in a minute. Part of the reason why that's important is another part of the article here. So debt growth also outpaced income gains as households added a near record $46.3 billion worth of debt in the second quarter. They now have $1.82 in credit market debt for every dollar of household disposable income. All right, guys, so what are some of the takeaways we can garner from this video, and how does it apply to individual homeowners such as yourself? Well, the first thing that comes to mind, I like to categorize it. So household wealth has dropped because we've had an unprecedented rise in interest rates, and that's caused the stock markets to sell off, and then also purchasing power goes down, so the prices of houses are coming down. However, as the article stated, there has still been a 41% increase in home prices since the pre-pandemic times. So with the interest rate increases, you've also added a significant additional debt burden on everyday Canadians. And, at times we see that the central banks are encouraging employers not to give in to the demands of people wanting inflated wages to deal with this increased burden of cost of living. And if these interest rates continue to go up or they remain high for some time, then the debt loads that people took on at lower interest rates in the past few years may become unaffordable when those mortgages come up for renewal, say if you're on a fixed rate mortgage in the next couple years. So technically, you should be looking down the road and seeing what it's going to be like for you to afford your home in an increased interest rate environment when you're renewing, and see what you can do in the meantime to alleviate that. And I have a couple ideas, but I just wanted to go into one more point. And this is kind of unpopular with the media types and the government types to criticize the central bank, but I really think they should come out and own a little bit of a mistake. Maybe they should have been raising rates earlier at a slower level so they didn't have to hike them into crazy inflation numbers, maybe going into a recession. And I don't know if he said it explicitly, but Tiff Macklem, the head of the Canadian Central Bank, said that interest rates would stay low until into 2024. So what are some things you can do if you're coming up to your renewal and you're worried about the affordability? What you can do is you can cut back on lifestyle things, and you can try and scrimp and save. And what I would suggest is probably pay off any high interest debt you have. Try and lower your debt loads down to a manageable level where if you have to allot some extra money to your mortgage payment, that you can weather that storm and you can keep what is likely the biggest asset that you own. So little ways that I've started to prepare is that Sarah and I have started to pay off some of our higher interest debt, any that we had. I used to drive a fancy truck. I don't really think anyone gives a crap if I drive a fancy truck or not. So I got a really nice one that's older, bought it cash outright, and now that's one payment that's gone. Also, some of the things you can do is always shop around your insurance. Those are really easy ways to save because they tend to take advantage of you if you don't call them every year and ask for a better rate or let them know that you're going to be shopping it around. And another thing you do, I go into these sometimes on my Instagram stories, but if you've been with, say, Rogers or Bell for a long time, I always say call them, put the bricks to them, let them know you're going to go elsewhere if you don't get a good deal on your cable, on your cell phone, and usually they'll capitulate. And I have a excellent example. I was on full gigabit internet for quite some time, and then after the year special promotion, it went up almost $150. I called them back. I said, hey, I'm going to Bell if you don't cut this down, and I'm paying the same introductory rate that I was paying before. So it's great ways to save, and that's $150 more in my pocket at the end of the day. So if you have any ideas on how people can scrimp and save, maybe a little bit better than just eating tuna and Kraft dinner, because that's not good for you, put them down in the comments below. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe. We're going for 100 subscribers, and I think we're going to get there pretty soon. So that's it from me. This is Brett Perot with the Sarah Walsh team, and we'll see you on the next video.